Hi, I'm James Lamont, Director of the Vadine Center for Rural Economic Development at the University of Minnesota Crookston. I would like to welcome you to part 10 of our supply chain series in response to COVID 19. For discussions 1 through 9, we talked about supply chain issues associated with COVID 19, constraints, obstacles, challenges within industries such as meat, dairy, eggs, transportation. But now we're going to talk about consumer facing challenges that we've experienced here in the United States. Globally, restaurant bookings basically went to zero in March of 2020. As you can see from this graph, it doesn't matter if you're in Australia, the UK, United States, Germany, or Canada, everything over a period of about 2 weeks went from full capacity to about zero. Over the months of April and May of 2020, we saw a slight uptick due to takeout orders and carry-out activity and curbside delivery. However, for the most part, those numbers were more or less relegated to about 20% of the demand of pre-COVID. As I mentioned, March 2020 saw the largest decline in human history for the utilization of restaurants across the world. Having a zero demand and transitioning immediately into takeout basically transitioned many of these companies into having millions of unemployed or underemployed workers overnight. Hence the reason why the federal government in the United States created the PPP and EIDL programs. At the time of this, and here in June, as we're putting together the series, customer confidence remains low, albeit a majority of the country has opened back up to 25, 50, or 75% capacity. But without that confidence measure where people would feel comfortable in a restaurant, its demand's still going to kind of slack a little bit. In addition to that, prices have increased due to some of the constraints we've talked about throughout the series. In addition, many surcharges are being assessed to certain products. So not only are people uncomfortable with attending or going to restaurants and having a meal, but they're also having to pay more during a period where you have 40 million people in the United States that have applied for unemployment. These lost wages in restaurants continue to be an issue, and you're starting to see a trickle-down effect for commercial loan payments. And unfortunately, the industry predicts there's probably going to be a 1 in 4 closure rate just through the summer of 2020, and some more dire predictions have it reduced by as much as a third by year's end. I would like to thank you for joining us for discussion 10 within our supply chain series, and I wish you a wonderful day.